Hi everyone, my name is Richard Santoro and I welcome you to Third and Zen, the YouTube channel where every week we're sharing a spiritual message to nourish ourselves, heart, mind, body, and soul. First, thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks for checking out today's video. I do hope this video finds you doing well. I do hope that during this holiday season, during these colder months, that you are taking the time to care for yourself, heart, mind, body, and soul. And I hope you're remembering that you're worthy of the time and the care that you do deserve. If you feel like liking the video, subscribing to the channel, sharing with anybody that you think might benefit from these videos or these messages, I'd greatly appreciate it. Either way, thanks for being here. Thanks for being you and being here. So, with that being said, let's take a moment. Let's take a nice deep breath. Let's take a moment and give ourselves permission. Allow ourselves to just be still. Just be here. If you feel like just breathing, settling into your chair, maybe loosen any tension that you might be carrying in your body, in your shoulders, your face, your jaw, your brow, and just soften. Just ease into this moment and allow yourself to just be present for a moment. Take a few more deep breaths. Signal to the body that it's time to relax. And let's get started with today's message, shall we? So I have recorded some messages beforehand and scheduled things to drop on the Sundays and some other days during the holiday season. So I did some things a few weeks in advance, and I noticed when I looked at the schedule of what I was doing that I completely omitted December 18th. Like I acted like it didn't exist, and I was like, oh, I need something for December 18th. So here we are. And here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Christmas song, 12 Days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I want to talk about that for a moment. I want to talk about that particular line. On the first day of Christmas, or on any of those days of Christmas, the particular line, my true love gave to me. My true love gave to me. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree and all that stuff. And I want to reframe it for a moment. I want to reframe who our true love is, who it is that's giving us a gift on each of those days. Now, I've said this before many times, and I'll say it again many times. One day, someone went up to Jesus and said, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus said, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, body, soul. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. And a way that I like to reframe those words of Jesus, is that we are to love God, neighbor, and ourselves. We are to love God, we are to love our neighbors, which is everyone, and we are to love ourselves. So I want to ask us three questions. The first two are going to be very brief, and the third one will be the heart of what we're going to talk about today. So if God, neighbor, and ourselves are our true loves, what are we giving to these true loves? What are we giving to God and our neighbor and ourselves? What is our true love, ourselves, giving to ourselves? What are we giving to God? What are we giving to our neighbors? What are we giving to ourselves? Because I got news for you. With that song, 12 Days of Christmas, all that, I don't think anybody wants a partridge in a pear tree or 7 swans a-swimming. And if you do, then I apologize for offending you in that moment. But yeah, I don't think we want all that. So let's start briefly. What are we giving to God and our neighbor? Well, let's start with God. Very briefly. The question is, what moves you? What causes a reaction with you when you look out into the world around you? What needs do you see in the world, or issues or priorities out there in the world do you look at, see, and causes an internal reaction? What moves your soul? Or as the Sufi poet Rumi would say, what excites your soul? What excites your soul in some way? Ask that question and follow that. Do it. Care for it. Go with it. Give that to God. So there's that. Now, what do we give our true love, our neighbors, the people in the world around us, immediately in the larger world? What do we give to our neighbors? Well, who needs a phone call, a text, a helping hand, something that we have available within us to give? Where's their need? Where's their need with individuals that are in and out of our lives, that are closest to us or just in our community? Take a moment and think about that. And then we do it. We care for it. We go with that. We give that, whatever it might be. So that crosses off God off the Christmas gift list, and that crosses our neighbor off the Christmas gift list of the people that are our true loves. So that brings us to the heart of what it really is that I want to look at today. What do we need? What do you that is watching that video right now, what do you need? What do you need? And the reason why I was prompted to do this before we really get to it, this past weekend, I did an online meditation retreat with Corey Muscara, who's great. I recommend you looking him up if you're so moved. I've done his online meditation retreats before, and I did one this weekend. And some of the meditation practices that he did, I've done in the retreats before. And when I did them, I just thought to myself, like, oh, I love this so much. This is so good for me. Why don't I do this more? I could really use this. I really need this throughout my daily journey, throughout my spiritual journey, my heart, mind, body, and soul journey. Why don't I do this more? So it prompted me to think, what is it that we need that we're not giving to ourselves? Because we do deserve to care for our needs. So what do you need that is good for you and beneficial to you and even needed and necessary, but we don't give it to ourselves? We don't do the things we might need for ourselves. So, again, in the spirit of the 12 days of Christmas, here are 12 things, 12 suggestions that we can give to ourselves, treating ourselves as a true love, as a form of truly and actively loving ourselves. So on the 12 days of Christmas, this is what hopefully our true love will give to ourselves. First gift is time. Time. Making time. Giving ourselves the gift of time, whether it's to the aforementioned meditate or pray or read. Allowing ourselves, giving ourselves time to rest, relaxation, play, enjoy leisure, enjoy a hobby, enjoying joy. So the number one gift that we can give to our true love, that we can give to ourselves, is the gift of time. The next gift, the second gift, I'll say, is permission. Permission. Give ourselves permission to stop, to just stop, to stop running around, to stop doing the things that maybe we don't need to be doing. Give ourselves permission to say no. Permission to say no to things and say, no, okay. It's okay to say no. So giving ourselves permission to trim, to prune, to cull the things in our lives that maybe we need to trim or prune or cull, or creating boundaries. Give ourselves permission to do that. Give ourselves permission to not take things on if it's too much, to put too much on our plate. So permission to do all of that, to stop, to say no, to trim, to minimize, to simplify. The third gift that we can give to ourselves is the gift of help. The gift of help. Getting help if we need it. Getting help, whether it's medical help. Maybe there are things we need that we're not doing or avoiding or not making the time for. So getting help for making the appointments, doing the things that we might need for our body in terms of medical help, making all those appointments, getting those checkups, doing all those things. Perhaps it's getting the mental and emotional help that we might need, therapy, caring for maybe a specific condition that we are not giving the care that it needs and deserves, or a certain pain, or a trauma, or an unhealed thing, or just a tune-up, just getting checked out, just getting some care, getting help. So if we need it, let's get it. Let's do it. So help. Help is the third gift that we can give to ourselves. The fourth gift that my true love hopefully is going to give to me, give to ourselves, is the gift of care. Care. Again, as I alluded to in the previous gift, but caring for ourselves, our physical self, in whatever way that we might need to perhaps improve our care or be more attentive and mindful in our care, whether it's exercise or eating differently or sleeping or caring for our sleep better or making that more of a priority, getting sunlight, getting fresh air. Perhaps it's a care that we might not think of, like acupuncture or massage or yoga or vitamins, or the care of being more present in particular moments, in each moment, hopefully, but perhaps in very specific moments being present. Perhaps it's the care that requires certain lifestyle changes, whatever they may be in our particular lifestyles. Whatever our needs are, let's meet them. Let's meet them and let's care for ourselves in the way that we deserve. On the fifth day, my true love gave to me not 5 golden rings, but the gift of forgiveness. Maybe we can seek out the gift of forgiveness, either for ourselves or for someone else, if we're ready to, if we're able to, as best we can. If we can't, if we're still processing something or still working our way through it, not working around it or avoiding it, but working our way through it, holding space for it, trying our best to find how that particular forgiveness would manifest itself. If it is for somebody else, reminder that forgiveness does not have to be wholly incorporated relationship. It could be, I forgive you, but I space and boundaries and never again, or whatever it is. But the gift of forgiveness for others, if we are able to, is a gift for ourselves. And again, a reminder, that gift of forgiveness could also be for ourselves. Sometimes we really do rake ourselves over the coals, don't we? We really do beat ourselves up. We really do put sometimes an inordinate amount of shame or burdens of guilt upon ourselves, that maybe it's time to find forgiveness for ourselves. If God is able to forgive us, we ought to be able to forgive ourselves too. And that's a wonderful gift, that fifth day of our true love, giving ourselves the gift of forgiveness, if need be, and as best we can. The next gift, the sixth gift that we can give to ourselves, that we can give to our true love, ourselves, release. The gift of release. The gift of letting go as best we can. Letting go of something that it's genuinely and truly time to let go of. Sure, some things we're not ready to let go of, and that is okay. Maybe it's not the time in our journey as life unfolds to let go of something, but perhaps there is something, whatever it might be, that we are not letting go of, that it's time to let go of, that it's genuinely and truly time for us to release and let go of. Something that we want to let go of and need to let go of, but haven't done it quite yet for whatever reasons. Whether it's anger or shame or guilt or resentments or particular connections or things in our lives, people in our lives, places in our lives, whatever it might be, internally, externally, maybe it's time to just release and let go. So if that's something that you're connecting with in some way, perhaps that's a gift we can give to ourselves. Okay? The seventh gift that my true love gave to me, the seventh gift that we can gift to ourselves, is the gift of change. The gift of change. Making a change that we might need to make. Making a change that we've been feeling a voice, a call, a movement within us to say, I want to, it's time to make that change. Okay. Maybe we can give ourselves the gift of bravely stepping out and saying, I'm going to make that change, that job, that relationship, that life change, taking on that hobby, doing this practice, this routine, this ritual, this course, this path in life, this, whatever the change might be that you or we feel that we need to make, let's gift ourselves that gift of change, maybe. The eighth gift that we can give to ourselves is acceptance. Acceptance. Finding acceptance can be such a beautiful gift of peace and serenity and joy. Acceptance about ourselves. Something about ourselves that we need to finally accept within ourselves. Or a situation that we wrestle with and we would be better served to accept the situation or a person or anything or so on, something that we would be better served and that it's healthier and the right course of action to accept in a good way. So acceptance, whatever it might be. The ninth gift that we can give to ourselves, it's so clear, and it should go without, I shouldn't say should. It's so clear, and oftentimes it feels like it goes without saying, but it does need to be said. The gift of love. Gift of love that we can give for ourselves. Loving and embracing a part of yourself. Loving and embracing a part of ourselves that we often don't love or embrace. It could be connected to issues. It could be connected to insecurities. It could be connected to our perceptions, our self-image, our things we're self-conscious about. But loving and embracing the parts of ourselves that need the loving and embracing, whether it's our body, our looks, our mental or emotional makeup, or a specific makeup about us, a condition, a something within us, maybe a trauma or an unhealed pain or an unhealed or an untended to anxiety, or whatever it is, or a decision that we've made in life, or a place that we find ourselves in life, or a station or status, or anything in life, anything about ourselves that maybe we don't love and care for or embrace. And I know it's maybe tied up with a lot of the other things, but this is a very narrowed focus. But loving the parts of ourselves that need to be loved, embracing the parts of ourselves that need to be loved. It's important. Maybe something to deeply reflect on. Take a moment and meditate on that one. Take a moment, take a walk, or maybe we already know what it is instinctively. That gut instinct is so important. When I go through these lists, when I go through this list and mention these gifts, and there is that, oh yeah, I connected with that. Oh, this came immediately to me. Hold space for that. Look at that. Care for that. So love is the ninth gift that we can give to ourselves. The 10th gift that we can give to ourselves is peace. Peace. And here's what I mean by that. The peace that comes with being truly and unapologetically ourselves, with no reservations, no hindrances, no judgments, no apologies. As my hero, Mr. Rogers, would say, you are the only one in the world like you. There is no one else in the world like you. Be yourself. Be ourselves unapologetically. One of the great things in the church, my lifelong church, the church I served at, our youth group, one of our beautiful members of our youth group, when he would describe, one of our leaders would describe what our youth group was, it's a place where you can be unapologetically yourself, because everyone's going to love and accept you and treat you for who you are in all the best possible ways. And that's a gift that we can give to ourselves. The peace that comes with, this is who I am. And I'm just going to be me. And I'm going to be the best version of myself. And I'm not going to be apologetic or judgmental of it or no reservations. I'm just going to be myself in all the best beautiful ways. So the peace that comes with being ourselves is a gift that we can give to ourselves. The 11th gift that my true love gave to me, the 11th gift that we can give to ourselves is hope. The gift of hope, which is not an easy gift sometimes to grab hold of, to hold space for. But the gift of hope, letting ourselves hope, letting ourselves think about better, to think about the good that can come, to think about a healing, to think about being happy, to think about a better path, a better journey, to hope for better in every way, whether it's for us, for those we love, for the world around us, to hope for better. It's okay to do that. It's okay to hope. It's okay to hope. I hope for this. I hope for that. I envision a better, whatever it might be. The gift of hope for ourselves, allowing ourselves that gift to hope, is special and beautiful, and it's a gift we can truly give to ourselves. And finally, the 12th gift that my true love gave to me, if we are allowing ourselves to love ourselves and gift ourselves these wonderful gifts, is joy. Joy, the gift of joy, fun, Have fun. Do what you enjoy. Do what moves you and fills you with a buoyancy of joy, a lightness, a levity, a beauty of joy. Do what you love. Live. Find joy. Live. Be. Feel. Sunshine. Puppies. Wonderful food. Sitcoms. Laughter. Fellowship with the people you want fellowship with. Art, do it, enjoy it, process it, appreciate it. Music, play it or listen to it or enjoy it, or games, whatever the game may be that you love, video games or some piece of paper, whatever. Do it. If that brings you joy, find joy and don't let it go and enjoy it. It's types of movement or going for walks or dance or yoga, stretching. If that brings you joy, you do it. And finding freedom to be yourself and be in a space that you enjoy. If it brings you joy, do it and make space for the joy, or travel and go find joy, or places you want to see or brings you joy. Go, move, get up, go, look at the flowers, plant the flowers, tend to the garden, enjoy the flowers, give the flowers, send yourself flowers, bake, cook, do all the things with people that you love, and just enjoy all of that. Let yourself do what brings you joy. There is no reason not to. That's a wonderful gift for ourselves. So, my friends, on the first day of Christmas and so on down the line, my true love hopefully is going to give to me, myself, giving to myself, you giving to yourself. Hopefully you will give yourself the gift of time, the gift of permission, the gift of help, the gift of care, the gift of forgiveness, the gift of release and letting go, the gift of change, the gift of acceptance, the gift of loving that part or those parts of yourselves, the gift of peace that comes with truly being unapologetically yourself, the gift of hope, letting yourself hope, and the gift of joy, whatever form it takes, wherever you find it. Give it to yourself, enjoy it, don't let it go, and appreciate all of it. So my friends, thanks be to God. I hope that we all take the time this holiday season or any season to give our true love to God, to neighbor, to ourselves. I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. I wish you all happy holidays, happy New Year, all of it. Again, I know this time of year can be very challenging, very difficult for anyone and everyone, whatever it is, an emotional connection to the holiday or just the overwhelmingness of it, or not being able to celebrate it physically or mentally or emotionally, whatever it might be. I know it's a challenging time of year. So make these gifts a non-holiday gift. Make them something that just makes life better. Either way, I wish you nothing but peace and love and all the best fellowship with God that your journey has in store for you. So I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. If you like, and subscribe, and share, it's much appreciated. Either way, I wish you peace on your journey. Thank you for you. I love you. Have a great day. Ciao.